No worries.
Thank you for having me, Jeremy, and lovely to see everyone. I'm just going to run and grab my clicker. So, our ideas and expectations are strongly impacted by popular culture. What was once considered a fad or a gimmick, now half the world carries in their pocket as an ever-changing and indispensable accessory. Now, I mean this to say and emphasize that the only constant is change. Lovely to meet you all. My name is Ommy. I'm a creative technologist, and I try to help people come to terms with the fact that we're in the future now, as opposed to the future is coming. In 2022, our perception of reality is hybrid, both physical and digital. Our digital worlds provide limitless opportunities for users to only both curate and compose an environment that reflects our values and ideals. The internet is designed for discovery, providing levels of access and exposure that one otherwise would not have. And we're no longer questioning if we like something or need it. Now the question is, does this entity suit my personal brand? And yes, addressing the elephant in the room, people are brands too. And why wouldn't they be? Data is paramount. And while our devices learn from our habits, we've also adapted and established new ways to communicate and seek value. Our digital identities have significant tangible impact. Arbitrary digital assets produce are worth real value in the real world, whether it be follower counts or arbitrary check marks. And when was the last time you thought about purchasing an app or buying into a software ecosystem? And within the digital sphere, it's not only just a question of form and function, but rather interaction, relationship, and the combination of the two, experience. And as the consumer becomes more younger and digitally native, the role of retail increasingly becomes an interactive experience. And as a result, digital strategy has no longer become a luxury, but is rather a necessity. In fact, 37% of fashion executives cite social commerce as one of the top 3 themes that will impact their business in 2022. And by 2025, e-commerce is going to be the largest and primary distribution channel for luxury goods. And as at this point, the customer journey changes along with touch points and product interaction. And as a consequence, the dialogue between the client and the brand needs to be customized to not only personalize a customer's individual experience and their relationship with the brand, but also encompass both physical and digital in a way that feels fluid and interactive. It becomes apparent that there are subtle differences. And although ultimately we're united in terms of ensuring the customer leaves with a product, the manifestation of this varies significantly, with online currently focused on completing a transaction as quickly as possible versus a physical store more concentrated on a broader experience. So how do we try and bridge that gap? To me, augmented reality is the application of a contextually aware digital overlay onto a physical environment. It comes in several forms and can be affected by a number of different factors. It also happens to be my favorite topic today, which is why I'm talking to you about it today. Augmented reality is here and prevalent on most major platforms through filters, lenses, click-to-try-ons, and it's integrated where users have a great degree of familiarity to, further increasing the accessibility of these experiences. And besides being an accessible medium, AR certainly has facilitated self-curation in a way that is unlike any other, enabling users to tell their own stories without reliance on intermediaries, existing as a tool that works in real time, immediately on social platforms. In fact, in 2025, it's estimated that almost all social media users will be frequent AR users. And while the metaverse may seem ambiguous, it's crucial to focus on certainty. It's evident that AR and the presence of AR is integral to this next phase of computing. Platforms are being very transparent. I'm looking at you, Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg, Evan Spiegel, about their plans to build new interfaces and hardware, with AR glasses being at the forefront of this. An incognito head-worn device, much like a pair of glasses, with capabilities far beyond our cognition. People may eventually think of the AR as they do the internet, ubiquitous and very difficult to live without. And economically, AR makes sense. Digital integrations are infinitely scalable. Create an asset once and it can be repurposed and reused without constraint, dynamically updated and changed remotely to reflect fundamental changes with immediacy. Businesses can apply AR at all stages of the product journey, and studies show that AR-guided purchases lead to a 25% decrease in product returns, and interacting with products leads to a 94% higher conversion rate. But more explicitly so, 4 out of 5 brands that do already use AR said it has a marked improvement in customer acquisition and driving sales. Here's the money slide. But despite all of this, brands as a whole seem quite reactive to change rather than proactive. Consumer interest is extremely high for a diverse range of applications of AR compared to brands' interest in their implementation, as you can see from these examples here. Simply put, this gap can be quantified. 90% of brands think AR is solely for fun, despite 50% of consumers feeling this way. However, it does go beyond fun and storytelling, and in this first part of the tale, we encounter a tale of world of wonder, and the chapter that follows is a lot more utilitarian. AR is being combined with several incredible innovations, whether that be machine learning, the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, computer vision, to name a few, to create contextually aware experiences bespoke to a time, place, and an individual. And more interestingly so, when that user accesses that experience again, they're going to experience something different. Utilizing AR can help contextualize retail and reduce friction by giving consumers confidence about how a product will look and fit, with virtual trying enabling them to create accurate choices. And with immersive technology, users can picture your products in their world at their own convenience. From virtual try-on to magic mirrors, where a user can try on makeup and clothing and accessories instantaneously using only a phone camera, to the use of LiDAR to accurately estimate a user's shoe size, or even wayfinding to help navigate a store and locate a product. Augmented reality can be crucial to driving retail experience, especially as the role of the brick-and-mortar store changes. And these applications are already adopted by consumers, with 64% identifying shopping as their primary reason for engaging with AR. And this also provides a unique opportunity for exploration on our end. With evolving customer expectations, users have become accustomed to creating elevated or expecting elevated experiences. Retail has shifted from a purely transactional appearance to one that is relational or emotional, and brands are competing with both other retailers and also entertainment services for a share of consumers' attention. They're essentially becoming content creators, leveraging collaborations, drops of marketing, shifting from product to purpose, and realizing that novelty no longer drives loyalty, but instead community. And to me, it's one of the most underrated forms of marketing. Rarely does a user consciously opt in to an experience, which is significant, especially in a world where people pay to avoid advertising. Suppose a user chooses to spend time with your content and can turn shopping online from a solitary experience into a social one. In that case, you've been gifted a very unique thing, an authentic brand ambassador. My current research is currently focused on extending the lifespan of product beyond purchase, as customer retention, by logic, is cheaper than acquisition, by creating opportunities for infinite customization using digital skins, only accessible when a physical object is present, giving the user the autonomy to create their own story. It's my modern solution to the classical ethical problem of what am I going to wear today? With the resale market growing at a rate of, I think, 21 times faster than the broader retail sector, I aim to use AR as a means to enable users to make lifetime purchases with the confidence that their product will grow and change with them to both and add both value to their real and physical and digital selves. And these proof of concepts combine AR with machine learning, more specifically scene understanding to do things like object recognition in the scene and dynamically modify designs. In the example in the middle here, the bag essentially is changing based on a user's environment. Yes, I am using phone images out of convenience, but essentially, depending on what is in your environment, this bag will change automatically. I'm also exploring interfacing and experiencing using generative design through things like gesture recognition, voice recognition, audio reactivity, voice commands, all with user interaction and the future of wearables in mind. In a world where design is assumed and goes unnoticed until it doesn't work, it plays an essential role in not only helping users accept new technology, but also shaping the interface between humans and machines and fostering good practice and familiarity. Developing use cases at the cutting edge of technology enables us to shape the tools to accommodate real use cases. So experimentation is critical. Understanding your customers, the things they value, and the problems they face is vital. So as technology continues to evolve, and as we live in our present future, there's only one question to ask. How is your brand bridging the gap? Thank you.